and how we pay for those things over the years. So so what we've done that in what we call inventory portion of the process, and now we're in the public engagement section. And so there's a couple of different ways that we're going to be doing that. Obviously, a workshop like this. We'll probably have another maybe public outreach, but we're also going to be doing surveys that you can actually give input in. I saw you had a little draft survey there that you were starting to fill out, but actually bringing in some information that way too. So we've given you some choices, some things you'd like to see, some things you don't like to see, and the improvements you'd like to see. So that's another part of the process. And then from that, we roll into doing recommendations, presenting it to the city, reviewing it with the city, and then ultimately preparing the final document there. So like I say, that will finish up over the next 6 months. So we hope everybody here stays engaged, and as well as more people. We'll keep getting more people engaged in this process to make it really effective and efficient for the city. So I'm going to turn it over to Lumi Fuentes, and she's our project manager running this project for us. And she's going to talk you through a little bit of what we've been doing, and then we'll start going to do some activities and stuff. So it's a little bit more fun than just listening to us. So thank you.
So part of what we've been doing was we visited each park, right? So we took an inventory of not only how many amenities you have in there, but kind of the quality, right? So we could actually make the right recommendations for there. So you do have, a great amount of space. You are meeting pretty much the standards for the city on the comprehensive plan for the amount of green open space. Now, in the future, with the population growth, because right now you're around 16,000 of residents, you'll be growing in 2035 to almost 20,000 residents, right? With that, you will need a little bit of more open green space. So these are strategies that we're kind of try to think and look at vacant areas that we could propose something in there as well. But currently you are fulfilling those. And apart from that, we take a look at the state comprehensive outdoor recreation report, where you do meet some of them, but we're falling a little bit short on some of those other ones with the state, in which we'll focus on making sure, if it makes sense for the community, right? Because we're not always going to propose more baseball if the community's needs are not there. So if we need more artificial turfs or multi-purpose fields, that's what we would propose. Apart from the SCORP, which is the state one, we looked at the National Recreation Parks standards, and which is the NRPA. And with that, you are fulfilling some of them. We are short on some, but realistically speaking, what fits the community of Opa-locka. So one of the ones that's kind of stuck out is the connectivity and the walkways and trails. So we're going to look into that and how to connect some of our parks and improve that aspect of it. So those are kind of the inventory kind of analysis of it. So now really that big input that we need is actually the workshop that we're currently right now. And we kind of want to know more of your needs and wants, what you envision for the future of Opa-locka. And then we will be, you'll be seeing the survey out. So if you could please spread the word, you'll see that, possibly we're hoping in the next, within the next month to have all that out. So I'm gonna have some fun now. I know a lot of you guys did where do you live in Opa-locka? So I appreciate that. Is there anybody missing? I believe somebody else come in. If you guys could come and fill that out, or where you live, you're just gonna get a little yellow dot and you're gonna put it in the map. Place it on the map. Got it. And the reason why we ask kind of where you live in the map, where you live in Opa-locka is kind of to know where are the needs and wants. And sometimes we work here, sometimes we come and actually use recreation here. So it is important to kind of know that aspect of it. And it is a question that will be asked as well in the survey. And the following activity actually is quite fun. We're gonna rate, what is our most favorite park and what is our least favorite park and the reason for that, as well as where would you like to see a new facility. So I'm gonna pass these out and have, if you guys want to come over here and grab some comment cards so we could think about what that new facility would be. So they're gonna go right over here. Yep. So.
So there I. So that's what I. That's good. All right. Hey, you know what you want. No, I'm gonna use that down here.
Yeah. That's a little now part.
Oh, that's it, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna come in and brag like I knew everything. No, he's all. He's over. You go ahead.
So the other recommendation.
I'm supposed to be able to go 12, okay?
So the other.
Yeah.
We're gonna be.
You got your little comments in there, new facility?
And then we're going.
Okay. Yeah, so you can probably get a buy. Yeah, yeah. You
Good, how are you? Good.
Y'all ain't scared of me.
Yeah. Not far. I grew up. Like I'm.
Saying more than half.
Okay. Get a little bit of bluer. We put it like when we're.
I see y'all got this stuff on Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is out there, boy. They got a whole national league and it's I see what has. I was like, I'm trying to invest, so, well, I mean, everybody needs. Really favorite. And then these are paid rent. And home payments and I'm just saying.
Yeah. So this is all. This video.
Baseball.
So you get it around, the next one goes.
Yeah. I'll go first. All right, so let's see.
All right, I think everybody's got those dots done, so. Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's good. Don't come to the next. Wow.
All right, so the next activities we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna give you 5 orange dots each person gets, right? And what you're gonna do for me is that you're gonna pick your top 5 favorite activities now. Now, this doesn't, even this is something that might be currently offered at Opa-locka, right? In Parks and Recreation, or something that is not, and this is a big need or want from you as well. So everybody gets 5 opportunities for the top 5, so.
In the back.
Oh, okay, no, I didn't say that.
I want to say that favorite.
Favorite, let's see.
That's what he does. What did you say? It was a good deal. That's the favorite activity. Yeah. Oh, so you did good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me write that down. You said. Not one in 10. Well, I do have the right computer. How they have the.
Who didn't get him?
No. So the next one is.
That's the one.
And then.
There you go. No, no.
All right, so the next activity we're gonna have. Okay. So. Nice. Okay. So I'll let her finish doing it. Oh. I have some pictures. Yeah. We're just gonna take some. We're just gonna be taking some.
All this.
Oh, the board's coming down. We're just gonna let our one of our youngest members of the community fill out the favorite activities. Okay. So we're gonna go move on to the next activity, which is gonna be your top favorite programs now. So pick you're gonna get 5 green dots and you're gonna pick your top 5. And if there's not a program that you see up there, we're gonna have another card that says other. We're gonna put a dot on the other and we're gonna fill that out. Thank you for coming. Okay.
Sunshine must be. Okay, so I'm number 6, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, very well.
Okay, so now, let's get them caught up.
So I'm gonna just repeat real quick. The backboards are your 5 favorite activities, 5 favorite programs, and then the last one we're gonna do is your 5 favorite facilities, okay? And then remember, if there's an other and it's not listed there, we're just gonna fill out the little comment card.
Not the most important organ that I ever.
Right. What about
Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next activity, which was our last activity, but this is kind of fun. What we're gonna have you do is I'm gonna have some postcards, like little post-its, and we're gonna go take a look at what you would kind of envision for Bondi Park. We're gonna put little post-its, even if you want a football field in this location, or if you want that improved, we're gonna put it in the location. And then if you just want something in general, you could just post it everywhere. You're gonna do that for Bondi, we're gonna do it for Seagull Park, and then we're gonna do that for Ingram Park, okay? And I'm gonna give you pens if you can write in the round circle table. Come over here and I'll give you post-its and pens.
So, if there's no rule, you're gonna get. Oh. Can I put remodel? Yes, most definitely. Remodel. We just got a lot of grass. It do got a lot of grass. This is there. It's we can say this is fun. Yeah, that's. It is that way, yeah. It definitely is. It do look like that. It does. Personal. It does. It should have just been nothing like this. So this is the pavilion. So this really needs to come all the way out here.
Yeah, we could extend it if you want.
Yeah, that means, you see me.
Still in this room, you're drawing all over everything.
Oh, yeah, I don't touch my face. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then that's the parking lot.
Parking lot here.
The pavilion, that's a parking. Oh, that is. This the. No, no, oh, yeah, 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 and then that's the other part. Yeah, okay, so we right there. Yeah. Extra space. I wonder if I did that. No. I don't think, I'm sure we did something like that. Yeah. Oh, we gonna really put it on. It's me. I think I got one. Yeah, and that. Oh, this could be torn down. Wait. Oh, man, I mean. No, this is, what's big on?
It is, but put more things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what all that. All that stuff like that, let me make like. This is.
Right.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. Extra space. Cause we don't need that, hockey thing that,
The shuffle.
we'll need no shuffleboard. And
What my household? Okay, now I see it. Now it's like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm right here. I'm right here. Okay.
They got it all over.
Wait, I think I did. Oh,
More on time there. Yeah.
you wanna? Okay, it is.
I mean, walk up there.
Or have
Yeah.
for sport.
One at a time, yeah.
And you said this book.
I have my football.
That's what I saw.
Barbecue or. They need to.
What did they say? The whole. Wait, let me.
A playground.
I would write it down.
Playground, what's the thing called? Yeah, a playground with the cup. What's the thing called over the playground? No,
Oh, a shade structure.
okay.
Yeah, shaded playground.
Remodeling, that's what it is.
Yes.
Remodeling.
Need a remodel playground.
The playground with shade.
Yep, exactly. All of you want
That's all I can get on this. Why did you put something
Oh, we don't like by the playground.
Yeah, I wonder if we can expand our pool. It's like, we got to go down. If we get it out and bring it inside, and we can bring the gym out. You know, this is pretty fast. I don't know how to do it. Okay. I just want to hear that. Then to make that gym ready, I mean, gym ready, right now, I think gym ready.
Yeah, you can put that expand or whatever.
Larger pool with that. We ain't got no much of the deck right now. Yeah.
Put it expanded.
Yeah. All that junk that's over there, we don't want all that junk. That's what you said, the word they don't like. I didn't want to do this. What done correct. The last yard. Yes. Oh, my God. Way back. Y'all wanna have. Oh, I need to put paper. Me too. I just thought about it when I see it.
But like splash pad.
You know, it's spring and it was like right in your face today.
That's which shade. Hey, we. Hey, we can put pickleball on it. Shade. Right. Jamaica, yes, I found the spot for pickleball field.
Where?
Right by the old HR building. That old place. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I need a walk trail, let's see, I got one. Just got. They got more of a walk, they got more of a walk trail than, yeah, but they can run a walk trail, right? The regional one that they have.
I got that.
Definitely, it's outdoor, what the outdoor, it's like serve, yeah, kind of like. That's.
So.
Oh, that's right in the front, right by the bed. In the back, yeah. Put something right here. They can go out and shop and put that down. They can replace it with pickleball, right? But none. So this is our. Yeah. You know that? Yeah. This would have. That's what it is. One of them two. This part right by the, when they drop those jet ski up there, right? No, this right here. Okay, that's what, this woman, okay, that's what it means. This way that, yeah, it's a.
There were a lot of people out there fishing.
Yeah, they have fishing. Fishing ain't not found. I don't have anybody.
Wait on or anything? No.
I know what I can. It's one for my. I can see it.
There you go.
All right. So I'm sure everybody has signed in, but if you haven't signed in and you came in, can you please do so? We're gonna have. Okay. Oh, perfect. All right. So we're gonna follow up. If you would like to speak up and kind of provide what are your vision or just make any comments of the Parks and Recreation, please fill out a little speaker card and we're gonna take turns talking. And if you do not want to speak up, but you do want to leave a comment, we have a comment box. You could just drop off your comments and stuff.
Let me take, yeah, let me take, more so closer to my home front, which is I grew up down the street from Siegel Park, but I'm gonna focus on Ingham Park situation. Requesting a multi-purpose facility, similar to over near Shabandi Park with the, capacity to have events and everything. Listen, if we don't do it right, and there's no excuse to say we don't have the funds will always be there. What has happened is this. Over in Shabandi Park, as you know, they had the multipurpose center with a gymnasium. I'm only going to give the one example and I'll take my seat. The gymnasium situation, which I just shared with someone, they told me that that gymnasium was built incorrectly, okay? And this is your decision makers in the city of Opa-locka, who was involved with this situation where some corners were cut for whatever reason, economically. If you do it the right way for the citizens of the community, the children that are watching, the young adults that are watching, our senior citizens that are watching, we could have over 10 years ago had a legitimate size facility basketball court done right, correctly, which would have led to the Miami Heat using that as a practice facility in the heart of the city of my hometown, Opa-locka. So now you're talking about generating millions of dollars possibly, or whatever, commercial, whatever, coming in or whatever, filming movies or whatever, when the Miami Heat would at its height, due to the fact we have all of this, get the suggestions, now it's time to execute. Someone decide to cut corners, it will cost. So the money is there, and therefore we have never had a college Final Four that comes to Miami-Dade County every year to have their facility NCAA tournament, Christmas holiday. They could have been using the city of Opa-locka as one spot for the teams to practice, which will generate interest, college interest, scholarships, money, and the whole work. So again, if we're gonna do it, it have to be done right, starting with the leadership, city officials, and the community to carry out this, what is being asked for. My only thing is, do it the correct way and do a regulation size, whatever you get, whether it's a community center or the other amenities that come along with it, including a track and field, Olympic size, with the surrounding track where it could be multi-purpose, football, soccer field with a track going around it with 8 lanes, 9 lanes, and not no 6 lanes and cut short, like what happened at Miami Northwestern Senior High School, okay? If you do that, you cannot invite people to come in with their tournaments and bring in money for the city and the coffers because you cut corners. So again, all of these right here is excellent. It's just a matter, if we're gonna do it, we must do it correctly. Thank you.
Yes. My concern is basically about the funding, and I know you like most of the time when funding comes to Parks and Recreation, you like to hit us with the property tax, you know, and I want to know who could answer the question for me. How can we change Ingram Park into a Boys and Girls Club to be funded through the United Way, you know, and through employees, they fill out the CFC, the Combined Federal Campaign, and give the money in the donations back into that facility. But also, like the gentleman just spoke on, is that we can't like undercut this here and try not to put the cost on the residents, not like raise the taxes. Okay, it may go to a referendum vote, grants. I don't know who the bag man is. I don't. But I wonder who could answer that, you know, and see if it could be done, you know, like especially with Ingram Park. It's a vast mass land, and you know, it could be a Boys and Girls Club for Opa-locka. And I know we have produced a few athletes at Opa-locka. Yeah, we have, and I'm quite sure they would be even willing to give back to Opa-locka. You know, thanks for letting me share.
I just want to say, everybody always mention about what Opa-locka can't do. Opa-locka can do. Just like Miami Gardens got Bunch Park up and running, we can get our parks up and running as well. A lot of people don't know that Bunch Park is an open park for Miami-Dade County residents. You do not have to be a Bunch Park resident to go to that park. Why we got to push our people down there? We can have it right here. So all we need to do is get our heads together, bunch our ideas up into one, go to our commission meetings, let them know what we want and what we expect for them to do for us, and let's make it happen right here in the city of Opa-locka. My clients are Miami Heat. Yes, they did bring that information that you said to me. One of my clients are them. We have Udonis, and I'm gonna tell you right now, we have one of those ex-players now that's up high in office said he would never do nothing in Opa-locka. But let's change their minds and we can show them that we can have our activities and we can do things right here in the city of Opa-locka. Thank you.
Cause you know I'm short, right?
Okay, I think everybody in here know who I am, knows my name. You know who I am, sir? Okay, my name is Natasha Irvin. I serve as your vice mayor here in Opa-locka. Okay. Our CRA, which to my knowledge, all of our parks are in the CRA. As I stand here today before you, our CRA has about $7 million in it. I have been in office for about a year and 4 months. And at every meeting, I'm asking, can we do at Trabundi, because that's the one that's kind of park that's ready to go right now, if we could get the kids a playground set. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We can do it. However, like I said, I've been in office a year and 4 months. That playground has not come into fruition yet. And it's a little bit more than a playground. Last year, I wanted to have a playground and an adult fitness center. That was last year. Now that we have new TIF money that has come in, I also want a splash pad and the Trabundi area. I want it for all the parks, to be honest, but because that one is ready to go and it is the most used right now, and the children don't have it, but yet instead the CRA has not yet approved it. I would love for you all to help me to help the CRA know that they cannot, those dollars are our tax dollars. But instead, we just bought the Chinese restaurant on 27th Avenue with no idea what we're going to do with it. 700,000. 700,000 is what they've spent. They gave me they said it was 200,000 or 250,000 that they could give us or put towards in the budget for a playground set. I think that Opa-locka, we're selling ourselves short. The money is there. It's for the money is there to put back into the community. And it needs to happen. I'm not really sure when our next CRA meeting is. It's next week, I'm being told. Next week, Tuesday at 6, I think. You all should come out and help me raise sand, because I'm gonna, yeah, I'm excited about next week's meeting, if they don't cancel it, because they do that a lot too. And I would like to see all of our parks up and running to full capacity. We have to get these kids outside and away from the television so that they can see that outdoors is wonderful. I love this workshop today. A lot of you all want the same things that I want, and that's for our park to blossom. Trabundi Village, low key, I hate it. Because Parks and Recreation is outside, not inside. So to have another building like Trabundi Village in Opa-locka, don't want it. Don't want it. I like it back in, I've been in Opa-locka since 1975. I was about 7 years old. And when I would go to Trabundi to play, we had a hut. We had a little hut. And we had a hut, and we would in a lot of you just went to the park and you played. There was no there's going to be a you have to pay in order to stay at the park during spring break and Christmas. You just went to the play, Granny. I don't know how many of y'all remember Granny. They would pull out those pool tables and we would play pool. And when you finish, you went home. I would like to see that come back to the city. Don't know how we're gonna fund it because kids got to have water. They're touched. They got to have water. They got to have a little snack or something. But I would love to see it comes back where kids can just come to the park and check out whatever they're going to play with that day. Tetherball, I love tetherball. Be able to play those kind of things on the park without saying, oh, I got to stay in the house and my mama went to work. It's nothing I can do. I got to stay in the house and watch TV till she come home. I would like to see that for Parks and Recreation actually be more physical out here in these Opa-locka streets. Keep our kids good, keep our crime rate down. That's what I would love to see happen. All of the ideas, I was up here reading, all of the ideas are wonderful and we can make it happen. There's grant money out there too. We go find some more of that grant money to make a lot of this stuff happen. But you see, I already got plenty of money. I just want y'all to know. And I remind them that all the time. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Anybody else? Last call? Okay. All right, we're good. So wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming this afternoon and donating your time. And it is critical for the vision for Opa-locka to make sure that the next generation here is even better than what we've experienced. So again, thank you so much for coming out for this workshop. We look forward to coordinating with you and collaborating with you throughout this process. And we'll make this a vision for you. So, yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
So just keep an eye out for the public survey. That's going to be coming out within the month, okay? Please spread the word. We're going to have it on social media as well, and hard copies as well throughout all the Sherbondi and all the parks. But we just want to make sure you spread the word. There's nothing more than telling your neighbor and telling all your friends in the community. Thank you all for your time.